Hello, my name is Vlad Meffley, and I am the lead developer with Team Blackheart Studios, and I'm here to do a follow-up video to our Infinite Terrain tiler system that we've been developing for our newest game, Trail to the West. So to show off some of the features that were kind of glossed over last time, I want to go ahead and start out with the stitching that we provide for you. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and actually load in the previous data that we were working with last time. It's pretty simple using the import button. So to kind of show that this actually works, the stitching part, I'm going to flatten out this terrain right here, this initial terrain, and so to show that what we're doing, I'm going to go ahead and select the terrain I want to stitch. This is the one I want to stitch, and I want to actually stitch it with the terrain in front of it. So to do that, I will go ahead and click Stitch Front, and you kind of get this drop off over here from where it first started. And these are kind of controlled by the settings that you specify here. So if you want it to kind of spread a little bit more, you would obviously say stitch that. And it tries to mirror the best that it can the terrain on the other side. So as you can see, there's also another number here, smoothing spread. And that decides how steep of a drop off you'll get from that. So if you want kind of a more subtle hill there, you can specify that to kind of help you get around there, but ideally what you would do is kind of specify like that, bring the stitching up a little closer to the edge so that you can kind of get these smoother drops from there. And obviously this is kind of a work in progress for the stitching part, so we're still working on making it better and fine-tuning it, but it gives you an idea of what we're capable of offering so far. And you don't get any seams or here on the edges, they're all perfectly lined up, but ideally what you want to do is kind of level out the edges of a terrain to have them meet up. We will offer the ability to kind of have that done for you, but you won't get as much control if you don't do it yourself, to be honest. So the next thing I want to show you is the filler terrain concept. So filler terrains essentially will be placed in these spots that you don't have any terrain tile specified. So sometimes you don't want your world to look all the same or something, so you can basically create a set of filler terrains that will be used to that will be spawned in those empty spots at runtime. To do that, go ahead and click Add Filler Terrain, and you get a terrain on top of that original terrain here that you can basically work with to kind of iterate the point. I'll draw maybe some numbers or something on top of them so that you can see everything working. So just draw one, probably the simplest way to do it. And we'll add another one, and on this one we'll add, we'll draw two. So, there we go. So that's all we need to do, and we'll go ahead and export this data back out. And there we go. So everything's exported out. So the next thing what we'll do is we'll go ahead and clear this terrain list out so we can get rid of it. And I'd actually like to go ahead and start the game, I guess. So you should see that these empty places that we had before will be filled in with things that kind of say 1 or 2 or something. So you have 1 here, and 1 here, and 2 here. And this one's kind of actually a mixture between the two, the unspecified terrain. So it's actually using, this is the center terrain right here. So it's actually overlaid with some of the other data, the filler data. So you can actually control whether it will put the filler data on top of it or not, or try to merge it. So you can see the different data here. So this is actually that center terrain. So if I turn it off and go back to our Infinite Terrain Manager, and I import the data back in, so we get all our stuff. So the next thing to do here is to go ahead and I'm going to flatten that back out so that it doesn't look so bad. And I'll probably actually fix that really bad mound there by flattening that one as well. Was that the terrain I was looking for? Let's see. So not sure where that terrain is. This one. Okay. So that one's right there, so we'll actually go ahead and flatten that back out like we said. Just do that, it's pretty easy. Okay, so now we'll re-export everything out again, so we can save those height maps, and clear that list, and start the game back up. So now we're back in, and see, we've got our flat terrain, which is this is the center tile. So we got 2, 2, 2, and it's actually using these other tiles, these 3 and this one right here, as the center tile. So it's also it will also use your center tile if you want to, as one of the random tiles. So to show you that it actually uses different ones and then puts them right back in the same spot, I'll move the player around a bit from up above here. So we had specified data there, of course. So you can see there's still data that we actually specified there. So we get more 2s, some more 2s. Let's see if we can get maybe a 1 to show up. But I mean, if you don't believe me, just go back into the videos and look. Make sure that the 2s or whatever that are the blanks show up in the right spot. I don't think we're getting any 1s. It's kind of strange. Maybe it doesn't like that particular terrain. But as you can see, even though we get far away, it'll still keep fell off of the terrain a bit. It'll still keep that center terrain still on the map. So basically, you always have that showing, and you can actually have that turned off if you like. So we'll try to move him back into these tiles again, so that he can actually land on something. We'll see. Doesn't seem to be. But so that basically shows you that we have the stitching and the filler pieces functioning properly now. So basically, you can supply as many fillers as you want, and the engine will essentially put them in those spots and remember them at runtime. So when I start the runtime over again, we should have fillers in different positions now. So we'll let that start over again. Look up and kind of zoom out here. So this is our center one right here. So now we have some different ones, so you can go back in the video and kind of just verify, if you don't believe me, that these are now different points or different terrain tiles. So go back in and you can see the different geography of the world. And basically you see that clipping because the camera clipping is actually pretty low. The far plane is actually pretty low. So I guess that's it for this video, and check back next time for more work in progress videos, and give us some feedback on what you think are some features that you think should be added in, or if you completely hate it, go ahead and let us know in the forums. Either way, we appreciate the feedback. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time.